A young man from Alveston who has received national recognition for his work with young people in Derbyshire. David Walsh has been given the Young Sports Coach of the Year award from the national sports charity StreetGames. He works with sporting communities, bringing sport and activities to disadvantaged areas. I'll say congratulations, first of all.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Are you still kind of on cloud nine about it, or have you kind of had the come down from all the excitement?
Yeah, I just think to myself, there's plenty more excitement to come. Like, this doesn't stop me. I'm just going to keep driving and keep pushing myself to go further. You know, I just want everyone to be aware of what we're doing, of my recognition, and just really get myself out there. And I want everyone to know the positive work I'm doing in all the communities.
Well, we'll talk about what that work involves in a moment. But actually, this kind of started for you from your own personal experience of really appreciating somebody else like you, giving you another focus to steer you away from going off with the wrong crowd and going down the wrong path.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, I was a participant at my local doorstep session, and a few role models from my community. Always, it was good to have them to talk to and gain advice from them. So I did with my role models, and I just wanted to be like them. And then I started volunteering, and then one thing led to another. I got offered a job. You know, I become running my own sessions in Alveston. I was the Alveston Youth Engagement Team for years. And it was really good because a lot of the kids in Alveston, I brought them up sort of thing. So now I'm seeing them, they've all got jobs, and it's like a never-ending circle. So I want them to replace me, and then some new staff then, and they become participants, become staff, and it's just an endless circle. That's what we wanted to envision.
Because when you were young, when you were 10, you lost your dad.
I did, yeah.
You've got sisters, no brothers. So essentially, at 10 years old, you kind of felt the pressure to become the man of the house.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was a tremendous loss to my family, and things would have gone different for me. But I was quite fortunate. I was quite fortunate that I had these role models in my community to make sure I'm staying on that right pathway.
Because I mean, at 10 years old, it's a key time to have your dad around. As a 10-year-old boy. To have your dad around, it's that key time, isn't it?
Yeah, it was really difficult, but I think.
And could you have got? I mean, could you have gone off the rails quite easily at that point? Do you think?
It's very easy. It's very easy to get involved in antisocial behaviour. Really easy, and that's why.
And such as, what do you mean by antisocial behaviour? What kind of stuff?
Just causing problems in your community. Drug-related crimes. Damaging the community, and anything regards to that.
And you had the opportunity to be with groups who were doing that.
Yeah. But like I said, thanks to my sort of youth engagement team at the time, they sort of kept us out of that and steered me on the right pathway.
Because that would have been incredibly hard on your mum, who's already facing the loss of her husband, and then she's having to deal with you getting up to all sorts and going down the wrong path as well. Yeah,
I think it's about having the right mentality. I think you've got to have that mentality. There's someone to talk to. I find a lot of young people approach me and talk about these, because I'm not the only one who's experienced this trauma. I don't think that. A lot of young people do come up to me and share their life's problems with me. And I'm their role model. I've had them time and time again say to me, I don't know what I'd do if he wasn't here, which is amazing to hear. And I can go to bed every night thinking, I made a difference today. So it's incredible to...
and David, you're how old?
I'm 23.
23 years old, award-winning already, and actually, but I guess the biggest reward for you is hearing young people saying to you, when you're only 23, you're my role model.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I mean, that must feel amazing.
It does, and that's why I've had countless opportunities, careers, people offering me work, and I just love this job too much, and I don't think I'll stop, but I just love the job too much, so I'm going to keep this, push myself further and, try and... I mean, Derby City is my home. And then I want to try and improve it as much as I can. That's my job. It's my job to do that, to improve Derbyshire. Okay, that's what my career is all about. To bring in as many opportunities to young people or adults, anything involving health or, bring all the community cohesion together. It's incredible.
And does sport do that? Does sport really work from that point of view?
Sport's a tool. Sport's a tool, and creative arts we use. But yes, sport definitely does that. It breaks down so many social barriers. Like, coming work in Chaddeston, and we've got a bunch of teenagers and different groups who wouldn't normally socialise with each other. And because we're there, they do that. And that's thanks to sport. That's thanks to football.
So if they met up in a street without your supervision, there could be a fight or anything. But actually, when it's being supervised and there's a focus as to this is the activity we're going to do, it's as simple as that. It makes such a big difference.
Yeah, it does. Massive difference.
We'll talk more about the project that you've won an award for and exactly what you've been doing for these young people in Derbyshire as well. So we'll talk more and hear more of David Walsh's work in a moment on BBC Radio Derby. This is David Walsh. He's been given the Youth Sports Coach of the Year award from the national sports charity StreetGames, and he won it for a project that was chosen out of thousands. But I mean, David, what exactly was this project then?
So all our projects, it's just basically the work I'm doing in the communities. I'm running a lot of sessions and I'm doing a lot of school works, and it's just the way I've built it up. So the participation that I get at these sessions is really high. And the impact I have in these sessions as well, like the way I've changed some young people's lives, just like, they're struggling for work and they've approached me and asked me about some of my life experience. I said to them, okay, we'll go and do this. And then I'm pleased to hear some of them got jobs now. I've always said to them, volunteer our sessions. And we always want to encourage volunteering. And then if volunteer our sessions, I can then give them a reference for a job. And one thing leads to another. So, that young person becoming a taxpayer, it's all a massive circle. And I guess majority is thanks to me, doing that work.
So these, it is young people. So these young people are coming to you. I mean, give me an idea of, because, what you're doing, you are literally, in most cases, I would imagine, turning their lives around because they're heading down probably a path where you could have headed as well, into antisocial behaviour, into the wrong crowd, and life not really, jobs then becoming an issue, as in whether they can get a job. So they're coming to you from that situation. How much does what you do turn their lives around?
It's just, we're there every single week. We're there for them. These kids come to see us. If they want to talk to us about anything, we can give them advice. Thanks to us being there, it stops them from participating in social behaviour because they're with us. So in certain communities, we've decreased crime in those communities, and we have got some stats to prove that as well. And it's thanks to a lot of neighbourhood managers we work in partnership with, giving us funding. It's thanks to them, to be honest with you, because they're the one that gives the money to do the projects. And like myself and my workers too, everyone's working hard to make sure we're there for these kids. Because I think, for example, we run a boxing session in Clayton, and it was when the snow was really bad, and we was thinking, me and my director was there, we don't get anyone tonight. Every single kid showed up, all of them. Blizzard, the snow was really bad, and all of them still showed up. That is the kind of devotion they have to us.
That's what it means to them.
And that was, for that to happen, it's an incredible feeling, because if it was snowing really bad, I might not have got a house. I wouldn't have gone out of the house, but all these kids have walked in the snow and just come to our session. How much good feeling is that? It's incredible.
Obviously, I can hear from the way you're talking, the way you're describing, the fact of how brilliant it is when they're talking to you as a role model and the work you're doing, and you can see how big a change it's making. That's what you're doing it for. But of course, the odd award is a bit of the icing on the cake, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't do it for the awards. I've done this job for since I was 16. So that's when I first started volunteering. And, I'll keep doing the job. And I've just worked my way up from volunteering to a sports development officer. That's my aspiration. So that's what I've done with my life. And I want people to do the same. So even if you're not getting involved in the sports background, you've got to have ambition, and you've got to do, because nothing's ever good enough for you. You can keep progressing yourself and go further in any career you want to do. And that's what I try to encourage. I have some kids who come up to me and say to me, I want to do this. There's nothing stopping you. You can go and do that. And that's what I want to give the motivation I want to give to them.
I mean, you said about, you're a Derby City lad, you wanted to continue doing this kind of work in Derby, but you're talking about ambitions of others. You must have your own ambitions. So where do you see yourself going next? And winning awards has got to help.
Yeah, I will keep progressing. For now, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because I just love it too much. I will keep progressing my career. I will do, and I want to make sure I've set something big up. So I started one session a week, and now I've got staff who work for me. It's incredible to build that up from one session a week to all these sessions I'm doing, and I've got my own staff now, and my staff are great workers, and I really appreciate them doing what they're doing. And but yeah, I'll keep progressing this career and just keep trying my hardest to improve Derby City because it is my city and I've got to look after it.
Well, good on you, and clearly you've been recognised, and let's hope more awards will keep recognising the good work you're doing. David Walsh, really great to meet you today.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations.
Thank you.